Well, you decided to learn animation in a very quick and fast method, and as well at the same time with only one course, you will learn texture painting or hand painting in Blender as well, these entire stylized objects. So this is a part of a full course which I made, but in this video or tutorial I would like to just animate this wagon with the help of these wheels, and once you know that, it is going to be really simple. So let's press Alt H. I have these rail and this wagon, and the stone is parented and everything is parented. So let's press click on show overlays to see what is going on. So first of all, we need to select all these stones, then we need to pattern them to these wagon. So you have to select the last one. The last object should be the body itself or the wagon. Then press Ctrl and P and choose Object Keep Transform. Once you do that, it will parent. So do the same thing with the wheels. In case if you want to grab the full course, so the link is in the description, and I created a lot of other courses similar to this hand painting, and I decided to specific in this course show some animation as well. So now as you can see, everything is parented to the body. So now very easily we can just move to the first frame, to start frame, and instead of 250 I just put the end frame to 200. So now we have in timeline only 200 frames. So we've jumped to the first frame. Let's press N and open up the transform. So we want to animate the y-axis for the body. You can see I selected the body. So let's move at the very first, then right click and insert single keyframe. So because we have 200 frame, I will jump to the center frame or to the frame 100, then we move almost at the end point, or then insert another single keyframe. So if I just play now by pressing space, it moves, but really simple. So now we need to create a loop animation. So let's grab it. We can press Shift D. We can go to frame to the last frame, but since frame 1 and frame 200 is the same, we need to zoom and we need to move it one frame after. So it's going to be frame 201, so that it doesn't actually repeat one frame 2 times. So now it's a loop animation. You can see when it reaches, it will come back. So this is not too interesting because we want to stop our wagon just a few seconds. So I would like to the stop duration, I can set it to around 40 frames. So let's grab this frame. We can grab it by G, set it at frame 80, then press Shift D and set another at frame 120. So now we can press A to select everything, then we can click here to change it to graph editor, but we can just hover the mouse here and press Ctrl and Tab. We have access to all of these. So the good thing with this one is that we can press S, just select these handles, and press S to scale. If I just press S, you can see what is happening. It starts very slowly and it moves around the center of this rail. It moves really fast. So the start and end point is slow, and when it reaches around here, it goes really fast. But I don't like that, so let's keep it simple. Then press Ctrl and Tab, to go back to the timeline. So now what about the wheels? The most important and interesting part of this animation is wheels. So how we can create that, right? So for this, we need to take help of the empties. So we can go first, move your 3D cursor at the center of these. So select the wagon, and you can see its origin point is exactly at the center. Press Shift S and cursor to select it. So now we can add an empty. Any kind of these empties works fine. Let's choose the circle or sphere. We have the circle one, but sphere looks good. So now it is added, but let's move it in Z-axis at the top. What we need to do with this empty is to rotate it in X-axis. Okay, so we want to rotate it in on the X-axis. So now let's add the keyframe based on the wagon. So we need to jump to the first keyframe, select it, look at from side. You can press 3 to look at from side, or you can press Ctrl and 3 to look at from left or inverse by so you can, by holding down Ctrl, you can inverse the left and right. So let's add a keyframe. Then we can jump to the frame 80 because there was a new keyframe. So let's jump, then select it again, and let's move it around 1000. So why is that so? Because if I just grab it, you can see that currently we are at frame negative or -3. So we have -3 here, and here we have around 9, 8.7, which is around 9. So 9 here with 3, so it is around 12 frame, okay, or 12 meter. So we need to select it, and we can jump to the frame 80, and we need to move it around 1200. So let's hold on Control and 1200. You understand what I did? So -3 here, and then we have around 9. So 9 and 3 is going to be 12. So we need to add 1200 for the X-axis as the rotation. So then we need to jump to frame 120 and duplicate it. Then since frame 0 and 200 is the same, we need to duplicate it again and put it at frame 200. But since the frame 0 and 200 is doing the same thing, so let's put it one frame after, so that it doesn't loop, repeat 2 frames at the time. Now you can see it, the rotation of this one is matching the location, the Y location of the wagon. So with that being animated, now let's grab the constraint. So you can see for each of these I added already a constraint. So we can go to constraints, open it up, copy in the transform, you can see. So we need to transfer these wheels. So we need to choose copy rotation. With the help of these empty, we can so our target gonna be the empty. As soon as I select it, it will convert to these results. So we don't need to use X-axis or Z-axis, but we need to use Y-axis. And that's because we are actually moving in Y-axis. So that's a bit weird, but it works so. So now if I just move, you can see it doesn't actually works because we have to tweak some other setting. So let's put the target an owner to custom space and choose the object this empty, which we actually added keyframes. So now if I just move, you can see it works pretty good. So it stops, and when it's run away, it will rotate the wheel. So this is the control of the wheels. We can do the same thing with the other. So I added the copy rotation. Let's get rid of these and choose this empty. We can set it to Y and delete this one, and the empty can be this one. And we can do the same thing with these two. So let's choose the empty and choose the empty again. Same thing with this guy. And voila, it works really good. We can turn off all the overlays, and that's about our animation, guys. I hope you like this tutorial, and if you do that, so make sure to subscribe to my channel Art Studio 313, and I have a website artstudio313.net, and I will upload my courses there if you purchase the courses from there. So in this way you're supporting me and my channel and my website as well. So as always, I will put the link for the courses in the description. Have a great time. My name is Murtaza Ibrahimi, and see you in the next videos.